And our group agreements, Carrie and I have been carrying these group agreements with us through all of the different spaces that we're holding. And we just invite you to agree to these with us. So we celebrate our differences, knowing that our journeys are unique. We keep everything that happens here in this space in loving confidentiality. We treat each other with kindness, respect, and non-judgmental acceptance. We practice active listening with compassion and curiosity. We honor each other's unique ways of being and don't presume to advise, fix, or save one another in any way. And we trust that each of us has the guidance we need within us. So we just ask that you honor these along with us in this time that we have here together today. All signed up, so you at least know the title of today's workshop, which is Lead Out Loud, Own Your Calling. And to Carrie and I, this really is an invitation in this workshop to share our different definitions and experience of what leadership looks like in our own worlds, and then also invite in a potentially new definition of leadership, a new way of looking at how we can lead in our own lives for ourselves from like your deep inner knowing, your truth, your most authentic way of being. And so Carrie's going to talk a little bit about some frameworks around leadership, and we're going to invite you guys to share a little bit about what leadership currently means to you. And then after hearing how we're defining it, if that has shifted at all. And then we're going to go through a meditation. And I want to give you the heads up that during the meditation, I am going to invite you to take some movement in your body. So it's not going to just be a sitting still meditation the whole time. So when we get to the meditation portion, if you want to go off camera, please feel free to do that. Carrie and I are going to do the meditation with everyone. So everyone will probably have their eyes closed doing their own thing. So totally up to you if you want to stay on camera or not. Um, and yeah, there will be some time for journaling. We have a few journaling questions that we want to invite you to consider, and then some time for discussion. So with that, we'll do some introductions. My name is Kath. I know a lot of you, but I don't know all of you. I'm located in Pennsylvania, and Carrie and I have been working on a number of projects together. And one of the topics that we've both been really drawn to is this idea of leadership and owning our own callings and understanding that the way leadership exists in a lot of the world isn't really aligned for us. So we want to create space for people to explore this topic with us. And that's really why my intention here today, and also just being in community with other heart-led humans who care about having a positive impact in the world.
Hey, Kat. I'm Carrie, and my pronouns are she and they. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, and today I am hoping to learn from other shares about what leadership means to them and like what comes up. I'm really excited about that. So thank you for being here.
So thank you all for taking the time to be here with us today and for your investment in this topic that I think is really, really important. And leadership goes so far beyond just like our job titles. And I truly believe, and I think I can speak for both Carrie and I, that like each and every one of us has something, a part of us that's meant to lead, right? Like maybe it's not in the way we think it is, but we have these gifts that we're here to share. So with that, with that, I'll let Carrie get into it.
Okay, so I'm going to share next some frameworks that Kath and I have been using to think about leadership. But like Kath said, the invitation is to explore what it means to you and feel free to absorb what's useful. And it's okay if you need to let some stuff slide that doesn't match what you need. So just an invitation to take what's right for you in this moment and to trust yourself. And that being said, there are a few foundational principles before I even talk about leadership that I want to share. And Oh, I forgot I have a slide about this. I'm just going to talk though. The first is non-duality. So from the get-go, there's this paradox here that there's no right or wrong way to live your life or follow your calling. And in fact, you are already by nature following your callings as you already have been and proceeding in your journey in the exact way that's made sense for your life so far. There's like a natural part of you that is going to already be doing this and that is doing this. So, though there is no right or wrong way to do this, um, there's no way that you cannot not do it right. So, your journey called life, if there's no such thing as right or wrong, and your inner wisdom has already been leading you, and your external circumstances and things that have happened in your life have already been intertwined with you and shaping you in your leadership. And last, there is no faster way to deplete your power than to believe that there's a right or wrong way to exercise it. And this goes beyond a little bit beyond like not like an ethics right or wrong, but like a trying to find what's the thing I'm supposed to be doing next, as if there's like a right or wrong way. So just to keep in mind, we're kind of putting this duality aside. We're entering this gray, generative, juicy area here. Okay. So I think I'm going to move on to just talk about what our definition of leadership is that we've come up with together. And I am going to share my screen actually here, I think. Um, oops. Sadly, I'm a little bit technologically challenged, but here we go. Okay, so I've got that, and then I can move my notes over. Okay, so our new definition of leadership has these three parts. The first is having a deep awareness of our interconnectedness, an awareness of the status quo of our world, and that we are all co-creating it together. And so this might bring up some sort of frustration or rage or a yearning to fill a need in the world that you see impacts you, the people you love, or the greater community. The second part of leadership is having a reverence for your callings and other people's callings. So we're defining a calling as this inner sense of yearning or desire or inspiration to fill a particular need in the world. And to credit, this definition is inspired by Tara Moore, who's the author of Playing Big. And so with callings, we all receive callings, and listening and getting to know your callings is one of our most important tasks. Callings can show up as vivid pain, rage, or frustration about some aspect of the status quo. It can also show up as a vision about what could be. And sometimes callings can feel like we've received an assignment that we didn't sign up for, like it's something that we didn't decide or create, it's just called us. And when we receive a calling, we never have what we need to complete it yet. So this can lead to us objecting to it and having resistance to it. For example, an objection might be, I'm not an expert in this area. I need more training. I need a certification. I need to go back to school. I need to defer to somebody else. Another common objection can be other people are already doing it. So what would I have to offer compared to what they're offering? As if like just because there's one poet in the world, we don't need all of the poets in the world. Another objection is that callings can feel too big. Like the change you want to see is bigger than what you could possibly create on your own. Or it feels too selfish, like it would be directing visibility to you, and who am I to be doing this? Or it might also feel really frivolous, like on your heart could be a calling for resting more or napping more. It could be making memes or comic strips or any kind of art, or any kind of creative mark making. And so basically, these callings can show up in all these different ways, and all of them are sacred. It is not about like what society or your family or capitalism says a calling should be. And for this reason, Tara Moore says our callings have a dual purpose to grow us and to heal the world. And the last part of leadership is a willingness and the courage to act on your callings, one small doable step at a time now, even though you have resistance and doubt, with the supportive community holding and supporting you through it. And so knowing that resistance is part of it, and it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong or that you shouldn't follow your callings. So just as a quick summary, the vision of leadership would be, I'm just going to stop sharing so I can like see people. Oops. Would be this non-hierarchical community of people who are all contributing in a way that their heart feels impassioned about to create a world that matters to them or to impact people in a way that matters to them, where the personal becomes the collective. Like your personal revolution leads to societal revolution. And it may or may not involve having official leadership roles or titles. It may or may not involve having a business. It may or may not have any like visible, I am hierarchical over someone else kind of a role. It may be none of that, but it might be that. So maybe you're a CEO, maybe you're a parent with a vision for your family, or a grandparent with a vision for your family. Maybe you're an artist or a sewer, crocheter, knitter. Maybe you just have a nudge to read certain books or look at certain art and not even like make art. Maybe you're being called to nap and rest more, and by doing so, you'd be healing some sort of ancestral lineage of overworking. So you see that like you see that something isn't right, or you believe there are alternatives to the status quo that would improve the world for everyone, even if you don't know what it is yet. And yeah. And then the big part is like, in order to do this, there has to be people who are also holding you and like supporting you toward that vision because of the normal resistance about moving forward. So I think that's the definition that we wanted to share. And I think for the sake of time, we should probably start the meditation, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think so too. I was looking at the time and I'm like, oh my gosh, an hour goes so fast.
I
So fast.
know, it really does.
But I do think so. I think the meditation will be really good for people to like tune into like what it is that is coming up for them as a calling. And then afterwards, maybe we don't go right into journaling, but leave some space for discussion. And then we can always send the journaling questions after for like more introspective.
I think that would be great.
Okay. So yeah, we are going to do a meditation now. And like I said, I pre-recorded it to see like how long it would be. So we're going to play the recording. And in the meditation toward the end is this invitation to like move your body. So if you feel more comfortable being off camera, please feel free to turn your camera off. But you'll see in the meditation, like I really invite you to like embody what's coming up for you throughout it. So hello and welcome to this meditation on following your heart's calling. Let's begin by finding a comfortable position, preferably seated, to remain attentive during this meditation, but if you are called to lie down, by all means, find a comfortable position lying down. If you're seated, allow your hips to be above your knees. Make sure that you are supported in your seat. If you're in a chair, making sure that your feet are planted firmly on the ground, that you're not leaning back, relaxing in a chair, but really keeping a nice straight spine, again, staying alert. And if you're in more of a traditional meditation seat, just ensuring that your legs are supported, that your hips are above your knees, and that you'll be able to sit here comfortably for the next 10 minutes or so. And then when you feel ready, I invite you to gently close your eyes or soften your gaze if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes in the space that you're in right now. And just allow your body to settle. Releasing any tension that you might be holding. Taking a nice deep breath in, filling your lungs, and then exhaling slowly, letting go of any distractions, any thoughts. And begin to take a body scan starting at the very top of your head. And just moving your awareness down your whole body. Taking your time here, and if you find any areas of tension, taking some gentle movement to just help move some energy through and release that tension. Maybe you need to bring your hands to your jaw and gently massage it, or roll your neck from side to side. Continuing your body scan as you reach your shoulders. Maybe you need to shrug them up and then release them down. Moving into your arms. Maybe you just need to shake them out a little bit. However you're feeling called to do to release any tension that you're finding in your body scan, just do whatever you need to. Continuing to move your attention down your body. Maybe you're at your chest or your trunk now. Maybe taking some gentle twists as you release any tension in your belly or back. Moving into your hips, your pelvis, your thighs, your knees, your shins, and your calves. And then finally making your way to your ankles, your heels, and your feet. Maybe wiggling your toes, rolling your ankles, just letting go of any tension. And then notice your whole body and tense up every single muscle in your body. So making a fist, maybe scrunching up your face, really tightening all of your muscles. Taking a deep inhale here and then exhale, releasing, letting it go. And then one more time, tensing everything up as tense as you can make every muscle in your body. And then exhale to release, settling back into your comfortable seat, making any final adjustments. And now bring your attention back to your breath. Just noticing your breath moving in through your nose, filling your lungs, allowing your belly to expand, and then exhaling completely. Taking full, intentional, deep breaths here. And now I invite you to imagine or simply feel into the interconnectedness of all things. Visualizing an invisible string stretching out from the center of your being in all directions, connecting you to each and everything that it comes into contact with, each and every person, each and every animal, each and every plant, creating a kind of beautiful invisible web. This web represents the intricate tapestry of life, connecting every being, every experience, and every moment. Really see yourself as a radiant point within this web of vital and unique thread. Knowing that you are an essential part of this interconnected whole. Feel the support and the connection that this web provides, knowing that we are all deeply intertwined and our individual journeys contribute to the collective. Gently bring your awareness to your heart center, placing one or both hands over your heart. Take a few deep breaths here, settling into the intention to allow your heart to soften and open. And now, with this open heart, bring your attention to your mind's eye, your third eye, the space just above your eyebrows at the center of your forehead. The gateway to your intuition and to higher levels of consciousness. Breathing deeply, allowing your focus to remain here at your third eye. Now start listening in to the quiet whispers within. The gentle nudges of your intuition. Listening in for, in this moment, what is your heart calling you toward? Without forcing it, without overthinking it, what yearnings or desires arise? Allowing it to come up without judgment. Maybe you see an image or a feeling, or words are coming to mind. Just allowing whatever is coming through to come without force, without judgment. Knowing that there is no right or wrong. Simply just listen with compassion and curiosity. Know that you are safe to explore your inner calling, your inner knowing, your inner world. And as you listen to the whispers of your heart, start to notice the qualities that you attach to this way of being, to this calling from deep within you. When you're following your calling, when you're following this deep inner knowing, how are you showing up in the world? From this way of being where you're following your true calling, what do you think? What emotions come up? And how do you feel in your physical body? Notice that courage starts to bubble up inside of you, allowing you to act with confidence and conviction. Visualize yourself taking the next right step with trust in your path. Trust in your knowing. Start to notice again and really feel deeply into all of the emotions that are arising inside of you as you're on this path following your calling. Perhaps excitement, joy, or a sense of purpose. Whatever you're feeling, knowing that you can lean into that. And as you continue to root into these feelings, into this calling, into this way of being, allow your body to start to move, creating a physical representation of what's coming up inside of you. Move in whatever way you're being intuitively called to move. If how you're feeling were to have an associated physical representation, what would it be? And then allow yourself to go there now. There is no right or wrong way to move. Just be in flow as you embody your calling, as you embody your truth and your way of being. Continue moving in this space, moving in whatever way feels good to you. What does it look like to move with confidence? What does it look like to move from a place of joy, of love, of fulfillment? Allowing this movement to be a physical embodiment of your true calling, and move in whatever way is feeling best to you for a few more moments. And then when you're ready, make your way back into your comfortable seat. And then pick a hand motion or hand position that you don't often take. Maybe touching your ear or touching two fingers together. Any hand motion that you're called to take. And then allow your experience, all of the emotions you've been calling in, all of the emotions tied to your true calling, to really build up. Inviting them in one last time here, allowing them to reach their peak. And as you notice them to gently start to fade away, release your hand position, allowing your hands to fall gently back into your lap. And know that you can come back into this hand position at any time to reroute and re-anchor yourself into the peak experience of your truth. Coming back to this hand position at any time to recall and bring back into awareness your true calling and all of the beautiful emotions that are tied to it. Taking a nice, deep, intentional breath in, and then open your mouth, letting it all go. Allowing one final moment here to express gratitude for the insight and clarity that you've received, that you've gained. Acknowledge the courage it takes to listen to your calling and to act on it. Know that you are supported by the interconnected web of life and by this beautiful community that you are a part of and that we are creating together. Begin to notice your breath, allowing your attention to fall to the inhales and exhales. And then expand your awareness to your physical body. Maybe starting to take some gentle movement, moving fingers and toes or rolling your neck. Knowing that you are the only one who can do what you can do in your very unique way. That you have a calling for a reason, and that it is safe to follow it. And then when you feel ready, slowly begin to open your eyes, coming back into this space and carrying with you the wisdom of your heart into your day, your week, your year, and to every action that you take. Thank you.